Hey Scorpio, how are you? Thanks for being here. Welcome to Moonrise Cottage, to all the returning subscribers. Wonderful to have you here, and lovely to be meeting and interacting with all the new folks. So this is a new series that I'm starting. If you've been following along my channel, you know it's taken me a long time to be ready and willing to do love readings. So the time has come, and what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the higher octave of love. It was one of the readings today. Going to put out just love. My guides are saying just love. We're going to talk about love as an exalted experience. These are your energies. This is the relationship. That's your partner. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. I did the video and something happened and the sound got corrupted. So I'm starting over. Okay, all the links for me are below. There will be going forward extended readings available for every reading that I do. All of them will be available on Patreon. The link is below. Please join me there to support my work. There are a lot of things that are meant to come forward, and I'm working very hard to give my time and energy to 2021, to the things that are meant to unfold. So come join us. Let's start with you, Scorpio. Here's all the cards. You see that adds up to a 9? Go look up Life Path numeral 9, okay? Just so you know. It's about reaching the height of your existence. So for you in these moments, you have come into some great self-understanding. And you are using your intuition. You have become the seer. This challenge that you've been facing, and this reading for this group of Scorpios that my guides want to speak to, it's about a relationship that failed. They want you to know what happened and why and what the result is, and to give you some support. So you have come as a result of walking away from this relationship. You are in the process of becoming. Look how beautiful that is. Becoming whole, becoming yourself in some great regard. The energies are swirling around you, and you have the power to be the seer and to look deeply into your energy. There are many possibilities open and opening as you go forward, because you released yourself and you created a whole new potential that was waiting for you, but it was not available to you until you were able to free yourself. So that's your significant card, your energy for the reading. That's the Hierophant. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that beautiful stag standing on the hill in the sacred temple, in the hut. Look at the purple haze. It's incredible. I love this deck. This is Kai's Tarot Love deck. You can buy it on Etsy. So let's talk about you, Scorpio, for a minute. You were in this relationship, and for a long time, you were celebrating. You were happy. It was working. And you thought, you know, I made it. And then something happened. And you walked away. You had to walk away. You had to bring an ending. You stuck the swords in your own back, basically. You had to sacrifice yourself in order to free yourself for this to evolve. So we're going to be talking about the progression, all right? Now you're in your life looking forward. In the act of becoming, you took the steps. Somehow you were able to pick yourself up off the ground and go forward with spirit, with your passion, and look toward a new life, a new beginning, a new place. And some of you really actually literally left and went out on a journey. And you just went to the port of your own existence seeking justice. Some of you are involved in a legal matter to finish this relationship. Very definitely. You know, this could be a job. It could be a lot of things, right? We're talking about the energies. I can't possibly predict all the potential situations for the hundreds of millions of Scorpios. I don't pretend to do that. So pay attention to the energies. That's what's important for you, Scorpio, okay? So you're looking for justice. I think some of you are going through some kind of a legal battle in order to gain your justice. And you have a bunch of secrets that you know, don't you? And you're keeping real quiet about it, and you're using your ability to have this sacred vision to keep quiet in order to prevail in whatever this legal battle is about. Okay? That's part of what's going on. So, with the High Priestess here, I think you have a good potential to succeed. But what my guides are saying is, you know, there's a way to fight and there's a way to fight. Fight like the High Priestess would. Just keep your mouth shut. You know when to bring forward the secrets that may be held. And also it's about standing in your power. Very definitely. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. They are very dignified. They don't create a crazy mess. They take care of business, which is what you did, and then you moved on. And you're changing your world completely. And your intention, eventually you're going to come out of the temple. But you are in the temple. That's what's happening while you are becoming. You're in a very, very highly ordered sacred place. The seer and the Hierophant in the temple, in the act of becoming. Ooh, Scorpio, you're pulling out all the stops of your ability, your potential that is inherent in the energy that you carry. So you are experiencing the end of this cycle. You're finishing it. You're doing it with finality, my guides are saying, because you intend to do this. You know that at the end of that cycle, when it finally closes, you're riding straight into the sun of a new beginning. Really beautiful. So let's talk about the relationship for a minute, okay? Look. So this relationship was destiny. That's the star card. It's beautiful, isn't it? So whatever this relationship was about, it was destiny. Don't beat yourself up. Do not beat up your partner. Do the best. I know if you're going through an ending and it looks like some of you are going through a divorce, or you're separating from a job, maybe it was a long-term commitment, something happened and it ended. Allow yourself to know that it was your destiny. It was part of the process that you were given when you came here to have this lifetime of experience. And so you've come to a really important juncture now. And you're sitting in your life as the Queen of Swords, which is exactly where you should be. Right? So, and there's your partner, the male part of the energy, rushing at you with the sword. I think the Queen has power over the Knight. Hopefully it won't get to that, but there's a battle. For sure, there's a battle going on. Okay, so the reason, if it's really intense, the reason it's intense because there was a lot of love there. There really was. Something has broken and it needs to be healed. And if you work diligently, you will be able eventually to come back into some kind of balance. The twos are about healing. So this notion of this relationship, this bond, it will be healed eventually. Things will calm down. You'll come back into balance. You might end up being friends with this person. Give yourself permission to know that the love is real and it was real. When my guy just said the riot, when the whole riot calms down, you'll begin to understand. That's why you're evolving into the seer. And you're going to learn a lot about loving, about the sacred cup of love. What does it mean to experience this with another human being? And then come to a point where it's time to move on. How do you regain your ability to love? How do you recapture the solid knowledge that this was of high value and be able to honor the love itself as an entity, as a vibration, because it was real for most of you. It was very highly valued. So, the heartbreak came forward. The situation ended. There's your card, Scorpio. Death and rebirth. And that's what we're seeing here. That's what the relationship, the purpose that is served for both you and your partner. Because you're going to come past it. You're going to get your healing. Okay? I think there has to be a bunch of fighting in order to be able to reach this Ace of Swords moment where the epiphanies come and some genius comes forward and you understand, and the guides, the angels, the ascended masters hand you the sword, and in that moment you think, oh, oh, oh my gosh, okay. And then the next part of the cycle begins, because all the aces are prophecy. Okay, so we're going to go into that in the extended. So this, for your partner, this is where they're standing, or this is where they're trying to get to. It's very interesting. That's a numeral, that's a 17, adds up to an 8. It's quite lovely. And this towering magnificence, it's a 3. So they're in the beginning of their process, and they're feeling quite disheveled. It's not what the purpose is really of this card, Earth, but we see them. They look wounded, don't they? You can see that they have been rocked in some way. So this person is trying with their own sacred side of their being. I think they're reaching out to the guides, the heavens, the angels, however they do their practice, their sacred practice. They're asking for help. They're trying desperately to get grounded. And because this adds up to numeral 8, we see that it's an infinity moment for them. It is about their destiny as well. Very, very, very clearly. So that person focused on the 8 of Cups. They haven't finished the process of leaving. I think they're grieving a lot, and they're holding on, and they're still trying to work it out within themselves, but they're very rigid. This is the person's identity, right? That's the energy they're working with. So you come to the reading as the Hierophant. This person comes to the reading with the 8 of Cups energy, the walking away. Everything's been lost, and they're being very rigid, very closed off. Most definitely, my guides are saying. So it's because they can't open up. They're keeping all their secrets. They're not emotionally available. They can't allow anybody to see them. They are on total lockdown. And it's the way they do their life. That's part of why you walked away. But just know, Scorpio, this is where they're at. This Emperor is still in a very, very painful place. Very painful. I think in the moment, they're not going to tell you. They will eventually, but they're not going to do it right now. Right now, they are feeling, they're having some realization. They're in a massive state of anxiety, sleepless nights, all that stuff, right? They're near the end of the cycle, but they're not quite there, right? They need their 10 of Swords moment. They know how much they hurt you. They are feeling a lot of shame. They are feeling a lot of remorse. Just horrible amounts of remorse. And there's a word that's trying to pop through. Some guilt maybe about the way they treated you, because they're starting to understand, oh, this is how I was in the relationship. And my partner kept asking me, can you just be here in a state of joy with me? How about if we have some fun? Can we have fun? How about some fun? No. We have to, like, there was something about that. And there were a lot of arguments. A lot of bickering. This person was constantly combative. That's what my guides are saying. And they know now. So now they're having their battles are on the inside now. And they're in a state of massive confusion. They're stunned. They don't know what to do. They can't, okay, thank you, Spirit. So, 7 of Cups. What do I do now? I have no idea. I'm completely flummoxed. Somebody help me. I need to choose something. I need to figure out how to go forward. I don't even know what I want, because I'm in so much conflict with myself. It's very sad, isn't it? So, try to be compassionate with this individual. We're going to go over to the extended and, finish this up for you. Let you know what your destiny, where you're going, because you're riding into the sun. This person still in this state of being. I'm very sorry. So, there's going to come a point, I think, Scorpio, when there's going to be clarity on both sides. The Death card is looking at your former partner. The clarity's going to come. I think you need to be a little patient. It's going to take them a while, because what they discovered, that's okay, thank you, Spirit. What they discovered that's really blowing their mind, you have more power than they did. They just didn't realize it. And you finally took your power and you said some words, didn't you, Scorpio? And I think figuratively, you just sliced the head off of that knight. So, you know, life is life. We don't want these things to happen, but sometimes they are for our greater good. So, Scorpio, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Click the like button for me and check the links below, and I'll see you over on the Extended on Patreon. Bye, gang.